Please tell me that this is not true and Blue Protocol is not going to be pay to win. Blue Protocol players are terrified of predatory pay to win monetization. Yo, this sucks. I was really looking forward to that game, but hey, let's find out more.
After the most recent stream held just yesterday, Bamco brought up some noticeably concerning monetization options with regards to Blue Protocol. These are options that players are very unhappy with. But is that concern warranted, or are players just doing what we do best? Overreacting. Let's take a couple minutes here to dive in and see.
I hope it's overreacting.
Before we do though, I want to point out that we now have a community Discord open for Blue Protocol to chat with friends, to discuss the game.
Like, the thing about Blue Protocol is, like, what I love so much is it reminds me a lot of Genshin Impact, except that this is an MMO, and I freaking love Zelda Breath of the Wild. And when Genshin Impact came out, before I discovered it was pay to win, it was very, very limited because it's a mobile game and they make it work on PC as well, so there are not so many in-game features, right? I hoped like Blue Protocol would be a bigger Genshin Impact with multiplayer open world function and where there's no pay to win. So yeah, but if you look at like the whole world and the combat, like this really looks a lot like Genshin Impact, right? Or like Zelda Breath of the Wild.
To chat with friends,
I think that's so
to discuss the game. You can join that by clicking the link in the description,
look at
the
this.
pinned comment below. Also, I would like to take a moment here to thank all of our incredible patrons over on Patreon. Disregarding Blue Protocol's, well, uncertain future, I can say with the utmost certainty that you are all going to remain absolutely incredible. Also, if you have a moment, come follow Mrs69 over on Twitter. As I'm sure you're all aware by now, Bamco revealed that Amazon Game Studios, the same studio that developed and published New World around the world, and that currently publishes Lost Ark mostly globally, would be in charge of distribution around the world, typically within the same regions as Lost Ark. This announcement garnered a, well, lukewarm reception.
Because of
some people thought that it was great. New World averages 30 to 50,000 concurrent players pretty consistently, and Lost Ark averages hundreds of thousands of players logged in and playing at any given point in the day.
Lost Ark, one of the reasons why I also distanced myself from it is because you can purchase crystals and stuff that help you get like better gear and things. Like, I don't get why people these days, like companies, are so much into microtransactions. Like, cannot just one gaming company focus on selling the game as much as possible? I mean, there are a lot of very successful games also throughout history that didn't have so many microtransactions, or some had none, and they made crazy many sales. I mean, at some point there were like those freaking boxes introduced. We had this with like freaking Fortnite, with like costumes you can buy. We had this with like Overwatch, and yeah, there's like store mounts in World of Warcraft. But if you look at like how gaming used to be, like companies would just focus on numbers, like how many people are playing the game, how many times are we selling our game within a month or a year or something like that. And I feel like the focus on player numbers is shifting towards how much money can we make with microtransactions. And I think that's the wrong direction and focus by gaming companies. I think the main priority of a gaming company, if it comes to finances and numbers, should be how many times can we sell our game. Like, this should be the main priority over any microtransactions, in my opinion. And yeah, by the way, guys, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content.
Both successes relative to their respective types of games. And while it was confirmed that Amazon would be making certain adjustments to the game, additional diversity, alteration to certain parts of the game to better fit Western players and our laws, which frustrated many players, it wasn't until Bandai Namco addressed their monetization that shit really hit the fan. Now, before we discuss monetization, I do want to stress two different things. One, this is a free MMO, meaning they do not receive any type of recurring monthly income from players like
that's a
WoW
mistake.
Or Final Fantasy XIV.
That's a big mistake.
2, this is specifically pertaining to the Japanese version of the game. Amazon are 100% capable
Why are they doing
and probably willing to alter the monetization for our global release. And in retrospect, it's kind of funny because over the course of the last few days, players have been doom posting almost endlessly, saying that Amazon are actually going to ruin the game, when the reality is they might be the ones that save it.
just charge $40-50 per purchase. Don't do microtransactions, just charge the $40 and stuff. Because I tell you guys something, and this is actually true. I have talked to people. I've talked to 18, 19 years olds that are still in freaking high school or something, or that just started college, and people with no money, and I talked to them when it comes to Genshin Impact, for example. So I actually asked, like, the other day, someone on Discord that I know that just turned recently 18 about, like, his finances and stuff. And he said, oh yeah, I'm still a student. Now I applied for, like, college. I'm, like, graduating high school, this and that. And he actually admitted that he spent already over $60 in Genshin Impact to pull those characters multiple times. So he gets, like, the stronger characters and all that, right? Because if you pull, like, a 5-star character, especially, like, 2 or 3 times, you get, like, a big power boost because it's crazy pay to win in Genshin Impact. But, like, this guy spent over $60 already on the gacha system. So my question now is, if you make a game available for free, your goal is to also get, like, younger players involved, right? But those younger players that play the game, they're gonna spend anyway money because they will get it from their parents, or somehow they will, like, save a pocket money for several months and then transfer it to some bank account, or find, like, another way to actually pay for the microtransactions. Maybe they steal their parents' credit card or something. Like, if even, like, the younger folks, they're going to invest money anyway, and there is no true free to play, then why not just be honest from the beginning and say, you know what, you like this game, it's a cool game with many features. Here, it's offered now for $50, just come buy it or something. And that way, they can generate a lot of income anyway, because still many players will buy it. Because, like I said, I've interviewed younger folks, and they spend money anyway on free-to-play games. This is the same with freaking Lost Ark, how many people actually bought for, like, hundreds of dollars stuff there, and they wanted to be free-to-play, but it actually turned out the other way. So I don't get why you have to make games that are for free when people are going to spend money anyway. Let's just be honest from the beginning. If you want to progress, or you want to have, like, the full experience, you need to spend money anyway. So how about we just spend one time $50 and we have no limits. We can play whatever. There's no power level increase from money. There's purely cosmetics in the shop. I think this would be way better. Like, I don't like free-to-play games because of the way they are actually monetized, because there is no free-to-play. There's just a limited version of the game you get for free. If you want the full experience, you have to use microtransactions. And it often ends up being more expensive than if you just buy a game for $50.
Thankfully, Bamco are not forcing Amazon to retain the same business model as they are for the Japanese audience. First, they plan on adding a battle pass into the game. Battle passes are not inherently bad, a little off-putting, gating certain potentially high-quality items or outfits behind a play wall, or worse
than that,
like
Genshin
a
Impact.
But I fully understand the gaming industry is taken to abusing battle passes. It promises more money and rewards players for playing their game long-term, even if half the options are locked behind paying. The battle pass specifically takes the form of a season pass. Season passes will last approximately 50 to 60 days and will range from free passes with up to 60 levels worth of rewards to obtain, or paid passes with 100 levels of rewards to obtain. To milk more money from players, there will be 2 different tiers of paid plans, Advanced and Royal. Players will be limited to a singular plan at any given time. I've seen this done regularly in gacha games, with each plan typically providing subtle, slight differences, but both being ultimately rewarding in their own right. For players with more money than the rest of us, you'll be able to use Rose Orbs to purchase levels and progress your season pass
boosting
faster.
Basically.
Which brings me to the next option, Rose Orbs. Rose Orbs are a currency that you can acquire via purchasing with real money, or for free by playing the game. You'll just acquire it at a slow rate if you choose to earn it in-game, but it is absolutely obtainable. Rose Orbs are used to access the Rose Orb store, which will allow for you to access Blue Protocol's cosmetic gacha system, amongst other uses. Yes, for whatever reason, Bamco have chosen to grace us with a functional gacha system in-game. Granted, it will theoretically only be for cosmetic items, for however long that remains profitable. This is an MMO. This is not a gacha game, or technically it should not be a gacha game.
But they're making it one.
Gacha will not lock classes or characters from being obtained. Merely outfits or accessories, maybe hairstyles and other customization options,
That's
including mounts. For now, anyway.
Like, this is fine when it just mounts and outfits and stuff. I mean, we have this in World of Warcraft, we have this in Elder Scrolls Online, and we have this in other MMOs. Like, if it's just a mount and it has like the same speed than the normal mount you can maybe get from a rare drop or from a trader or a shop or something, right? Like in-game, not microtransaction, then it's completely fine. Like, it doesn't change your gaming experience. But what changes your gaming experience is if there's anything in-game that boosts your power level or makes you get to endgame super fast. Because if this game launches, like, some people can be way ahead of you and at the latest dungeons and endgame content that drops like good items like immediately, while you have to grind for like a month or so to reach max level. And this is so wrong. Like, stick to cosmetics, stick to mounts. And about this for free to play, like, why did they come up with that? Didn't I hear like rumors and stuff that they actually wanted to charge money for the game and it wasn't free to play? Wasn't this like in the early stages that they talked about this? Because like I remember like 1 year ago or so I checked out what's like going on with Blue Protocol, and I think if I'm not mistaken I've heard it wasn't free to play then or something. So did they change their mind or what happened here? And what's up with this battle pass? This is literally the same like in Genshin Impact. Why are they trying to be so similar to Genshin Impact? Wouldn't it be better if they try to be more unique? I really don't get why they get inspired by mobile games and stuff.
This is currently unconfirmed, but it looks like Rose Orbs will also be used to potentially improve your gear, meaning players that purchase Rose Orbs could theoretically possess a statistical advantage over those of us that opt to play the game for free, as they could secure advancements through dumping hundreds of dollars into their upgrading.
The Regna nice,
store
right?
is going to be your typical in-game store. There will be several sub-stores located within, the Rose Orb store being one, the Blue Protocol Point store, the Gacha store, and the Season Pass stores being the others. Each store will feature their own selection of items exclusive to them and their respective currency. We went over the Rose Orb store and the Gacha store just a minute ago. They revealed the Blue Protocol Point store, but they haven't directly addressed how we'll go about acquiring the currency, nor what the currency will be directly used for. And the Season store, well, that wasn't really elaborated on either. Finally, there will be the option for players to purchase tickets. Tickets will be limited to 10 at any given time, with free players being able to earn 3 tickets per day completely free. Paying players will be able to purchase the remainder if they so choose. Tickets are going to allow for players to receive additional rewards from dungeons.
What?
The devs confirmed that they understand this could be a game-breaking feature.
Wait a second, so if you spend money you can get more drops from a dungeon or something? You are kidding. They're looking at so many free-to-play stuff, like they look at Genshin, Lost Ark and like other stuff. Like, why are they doing this with the dungeon drops? This is the same way this was with Diablo Immortal, right? Yeah, I think Diablo Immortal has, if you spend money, you get like more drops from holy shit, they're taking it from there or what? Oh no, and Diablo Immortal, why are they not seeing how unsuccessful Diablo Immortal was? Like, this game was freaking hated by the community. Like, just a portion actually enjoyed it. Like, I'm hyped for Diablo 4, but Diablo Immortal, like, I had, like, some of my friends try it before I tried. I trust them. I got their feedback, their honest opinion. And when they gave me their opinion, I saw some streamers, including Asmongold, play this. I realized this game is not for me. Like, I'm not gonna get into Diablo Immortal. And this was also because of this freaking dungeon drop shit. Like, you spend money, you get more drops and stuff. It's dumb.
Players will be able to purchase the remainder if they so choose. Tickets are going to allow for players to receive additional rewards from dungeons. The devs confirmed that they understand this could be a game-breaking feature, thus they have chosen to limit the number of uses per day. Again, paying players will be able to receive several times more tickets, therefore several times more rewards for running content than free players.
That is 1,000% pay to win.
100% a form of pay to win.
Yeah.
I know free players will eventually be able to earn the same total number of items from running dungeons.
Such a beautiful game, they ruined it.
is required to run a dungeon 8 times to earn the same reward as a paying player that could obtain that in 3 runs, it is going to require a significant time investment that many free players just will not be able to dedicate. And that is if 10 tickets is the maximum, which they did not confirm was the case. Paying players might be able to purchase more. 10 is just a limit that they gave us that players can hold at any given time.
Like, sure, they're gonna make more tickets available because this is more cash for them. If they limit it to 10, people are going to buy less, right? There are like really some big whales. Like, we have seen this with Genshin Impact, we have seen this with Lost Ark, Diablo Immortal. There are players out there that are willing to spend about $800 to $900 or even more a year for their free-to-play game. Like, this is crazy. There are big whales. Like, I see sometimes some streamers on Twitch that play like Genshin Impact, and they spend over $100 a day just to do some gacha. Like, the other day, I saw someone, I'm not saying who, and this person spent $200 in freaking Genshin Impact in just a single day. Like, guys, this is real. There are people that wear like crazy. And now the gaming companies, they focus on having smaller player base, but more whales, than having like half the world play their game. And this is a sad reality when it comes to free-to-play games. Like, companies that make free-to-play games, they don't want high numbers. They want small numbers that spend a lot. Because a single player that spends $800 to $900 a year, if you have like 10 of those or more than that, like, they're more worth than like 100 players to them. And that's the sad reality. Like, seriously, if you have people spending like thousands of dollars in just like 2 years, like, you can forget about like hundreds of players that are not gonna play the game because it has this kind of monetization system. Like, it's not a good direction that they are going. I think Blue Protocol will not last too long if they keep doing this like that. Like, Lost Ark is already, like, people are already starting to forget Lost Ark. Lost Ark was really high on Twitch, and it's like declining further and further. It will be down at the bottom at some point. Even Genshin Impact, like, Genshin Impact didn't get as big as they probably wanted to. It's still pretty popular because it's a mobile game, and like, there are like a lot of people that don't have a good computer, but they have like a modern phone. So this is the only way why Genshin Impact is still somewhat popular, because of it's a mobile game. But if Genshin Impact was purely a PC game, it would be completely dead by now. It would be way less popular than Black Desert Online and other games. So yeah, I don't think this can have like a long duration, the game, with popularity, if it stays like that.
Overall, there are some very concerning options present. Cosmetic gacha is going to be frustrating. I would rather just pay $20 for an outfit that I wanted. I would rather pay $20 for a mount that I wanted. Kind of like how World of Warcraft does it. It is how Final Fantasy XIV does it. I don't want to have to potentially invest hundreds of dollars into the gacha system only to never end up obtaining the mount or the outfit that I want.
Yeah, because it's random.
Deter me from purchasing any or attempting to purchase any cosmetic items. A seasonal battle pass might be acceptable. I really don't care about them personally as long as classes, gear, or items aren't locked behind the premium seasonal pass. I'll likely just ignore it as it won't have any direct impact on my enjoyment of the game.
Yeah, your power level is
sure what Blue Protocol points are really going to be, how they're going to be acquired, or what we'll use them on yet, so I guess we'll see in time. A premium currency like red orbs, allowing for you to upgrade your gear that will allow for you to have a substantial advantage over other players,
just like Lost Ark,
pay to win and should not be present within the game. Tickets are also very pay to win, if not severely pay to advance. As a free player, I'll be capable of, within 3 hours of playing, earning the same rewards that free players will be required to spend almost 10 hours grinding for. That just doesn't seem remotely fair. It makes me feel like they're trying to force you to pay so you can retain that advantage. If these are all going to be present in the full version of the game, Blue Protocol will be dead on arrival. There's no contesting that opinion.
No, it won't be dead.
No recovering from
it. Will just be like the other gacha games. They will be it will be popular for like a half year or so, and then it will drop. And they're probably gonna do the same thing with like Twitch drops and stuff, or they like ask creators on YouTube to make videos about them, and they get like sponsored videos. It's gonna be famous for like a half year or so, and people are just not gonna stay around. Or those that are like wailing, some of them will think, hey, I've spent hundreds of dollars in this game. Why did I even do this? Like, I could have just bought a game for $60. I would have spent less and I get like full gaming experience. And I had to spend like hundreds of dollars to get the full gaming experience. Like, this is the thingy. Like, what I mean by gaming experience is not like the locations and the dungeons, but gaming experience that you can even get to the true end game. Because if you look at like Lost Ark, a lot of free-to-play players never made it to endgame in Lost Ark. They never got the full gaming experience. And then full gaming experience is complete endgame and everything. Because they didn't spend so much money, and after like a half year, they still were not there with free-to-play. And they were like, no, sorry, I just quit. I never experienced the full game. And this is the thing. And they make the same Blue Protocol. And it's a mess.
From the monstrous amount of pay-to-win present, with free players being treated like second-class citizens. I've been covering this game since it was announced several years ago, and I'm kind of disturbed by how greedy Bamco are being with this. I truly hope that Amazon choose a much more fair route for the global version of the game. I know they're definitely capable of doing as such. They made Lost Ark.
Even the characters look
a little less pay to win, right? Now, if you're not interested in Blue Protocol, no problem, I understand. In that case, I have 2 videos on screen right now that might be of interest to you. One featuring a brand new MMO, the other featuring a list of every MMO released this month, in the month of December 20.
Guys, I'm very disappointed actually that they're going this direction. Like, I think the last time we had a look at Blue Protocol was like 7 months ago, 6 months ago, and I was like kind of hyped, right? And it seems like the last couple of months they have gone to a very strange direction. Like, I knew there were going to be some microtransactions. Don't get me wrong, like each MMO has microtransactions. But I didn't expect that they go... Like, this is actually a big mess with Blue Protocol, because if this all stays the way it is, it's literally a mixture of Diablo Immortal, Lost Ark with like the item upgrades and stuff, right? And with like the extra drops from like Diablo Immortal. There's a bit of a Genshin Impact in it with like the Battle Pass and some other stuff. So this is terrible, guys. This is terrible. They're like having features of all the 3 games that I either stopped playing or I didn't want to play at all. Like Diablo Immortal, for example, because I didn't like the system in it, and I was like hyped to actually like play Blue Protocol and make like videos on this channel, and now I'm like questioning if I'm ever going to make anything. Like, the only game I'm really looking, like, there are only like 3 games, sorry. There's only 3 games I'm really looking forward to, and it's actually funny because it's just Ashes of Creation, it's Hogwarts Legacy, and it's Minecraft Legends. Like, only these 3 games I'm really looking forward to in the future. And yeah, like, maybe there are some other games that are going to be announced soon. And there are like still some I have to check out. There are like other MMOs that are coming out, and like someone just texted me, hey, you should check out this game. It's coming in like a year or so. And I will check out more games, more MMOs that are about to come out and stuff. But yeah, so far I only have like my eyes on like really 3 games. And I don't know. I think this free-to-play kind of movement by gaming companies is actually not good, because I don't think any free-to-play game can reach such a height in popularity and enjoyment than any game had before that is not free-to-play. Like, look at World of Warcraft, for example. Some people are very, very annoyed by a monthly subscription and you have to spend like your 12 euros a month to play the game. But let's be honest, they're doing such a good job with World of Warcraft still, even though this game is super outdated when it comes to like engine and stuff, but they're still keeping the game rocking and alive. It's not as good as it used to be with World of Warcraft, but it still has pretty good numbers, and it's maybe in the Guinness record world book, like Guinness records, for the most players played the game from all games, right? Maybe. Like, I think somewhere up there is like Minecraft, World of Warcraft, and Fortnite definitely as well. But there are like some games that had like the most people on this planet at least try out or play the game. And the more well aging a game is, the more likely you have like high sales, like high numbers, right? But yeah, I don't really like this. I think it's very, very bad if they really have this kind of pay to win there with the orbs, with the tickets and stuff. Like, more drops after you clear content for money. I think this is a very, very bad direction. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you're thinking. I was really hyped for this game. I'm a little disappointed now, to be honest. But yeah, if you guys are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. I wish everyone a wonderful day. I will see you guys next time.